Hello people, welcome to today's program. This is Biafra Breaking News Media. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. In this program, we'll be looking at the recent development with regards to the 7-day ultimatum issued by the governor of Ondo State, Governor Akeredolu, which expires today. We can now see for ourselves when IPOB was the only group or the only voice in the wilderness that was saying the trouble we were perceiving or we are still perceiving in the contraption called Nigeria. When we were shouting on the top of our voices, that there is serious trouble in Nigeria. The fact is that as at then, it have never unfolded itself. Nobody was actually understanding it. Because just like the normal sellout that the media in Nigeria used to do, they kept on convincing, that is the Nigerian government through the medias, which they bought over. They believe that they can take money at the expense of Nigerians. So we can all see how everything is unfolding. It is not always good to abhor evil. Let's take cognizance of the tension in the country currently with regards to just mere ultimatum. I call it mere ultimatum because it's just a state government, one state government, a single state. How much more if it is a grave ultimatum from all states? So how would the nature of the country be like? Now, the point here is, Governor of Ondo State just said what is right for his citizens. Besides, he didn't say anything that is contrary to what he's supposed to do as the chief security officer of his state. He only said, those people committing crime in the forest reserve of Ondo, or that turned the forest reserve of Ondo State to a crime dungeon, should vacate the forest. Then, do not graze on the road, don't graze at night. If you are below 80 years, you are not supposed to be a herdsman, because normally, let's ask this question. When it is ordinary people amongst the Christians or the South people, we will be very much active enough. We, the Southerners, will be very much active enough to criticize the action that it is against the child right whatsoever policies in every ramification. But when it is a child herdsman, in fact, herds boy, because they are not up to herdsmen at that age, that is below 18 years. None of us will shout, none of us will talk. So what the governor still said is stay in line with the Nigerian Constitution. People below 18 years should not graze as herdsmen, because they are not up to the level to do that job. So it is against the child right. That is by the way. Now, we have seen how swift the government was in responding to the governor. That is the kind of thing we face. With the, period of time that Ondo State, just under Ondo State alone, a lot of people have died recklessly under the hands of these maludas. Claiming to be herdsmen, but seriously committing crimes that are unimaginable in nature. Because we cannot forget the top personalities that have been killed by these people in Ondo State alone. So the governor didn't do much what ordinarily a state governor shouldn't have done. But with swift nature of the presidency responding to him, we can now see the true color of what we have, that is not only the East, it is not only the West or the Middle Belt, so-called. Everybody in that country, including Hausa people, are not safe. The fact, when you will know that you are not safe, that presidency is terrorist and terrorist is presidency, as so-called, is when you voice out, when you say enough is enough, when you say you no longer like how you are being treated, you no longer like how they threaten lives and properties of people on daily basis, then you will know that actually there are a lot of things going on underground, that Nigeria is not actually safe. So this is what a Fulani header replied Governor of Ondo State. In his statement, he said, the governor of Ondo State doesn't have the right to give such ultimatum to our people. People, including that is Fulani Herdsmen, voted for him to be the governor and should not be asked just like every other person did. So for that reason, they should not be asked to vacate the state. Now, here is the question. So both criminals and armed robbers that voted for him, are they not humans? So should his state tolerate abnormality? No law, no constitution abhors or harbors insecurity of any kind. So I think it is insensitive for the military representative to reply the governor in that manner. So in furtherance, this is what he said. Fulani have been in the forest he is talking about even before he was born. They have been there for over 250 years. No matter how dangerous a forest may be, Fulani will go and settle there. After staying there for a long time, and their cow dung has made the place fertile, people would begin to come there to farm and settle, and after then, they begin to make claims that our cattle are destroying their farms. He continued, we are suing the governor and seeking an injunction restraining him, hey, Jesus Christ, and others from carrying out his threat. But even at that, nobody, no power can send the herdsmen out of Ondo State. What a God. Can you imagine? Anyways, let's continue. We are making consultations with our legal team. But before then, the governor and his people should stop embarrassing our people in the forest and all their businesses. No herdsman will obey the governor. What? Okay, let's continue. The herdsmen will not step an inch out of Ondo Forest. They are going nowhere. What an audacity. What an audacious statement. Okay, let's continue. We are not in support of any form of criminality, armed robbery, kidnapping, gun running, etc. These crimes are the reasons why we have the Nigerian police, which is also made up of Fulani terrorists, because they are not Nigerian police that are secular in nature. So that statement is invalid. Department of State Service and even the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps to nab perpetrators. And there are courts everywhere to try them. And if found guilty, appropriate punishment should be meted out to them. Imagine where the Fulani controls the security structure of Nigeria, the courts, and including everything you can ever think of. They are headed, they are the DGs, they are the chief judge, they are the judges, they are so even the police, whatsoever you can ever think. So arrest them and give to them, they will send them back. Just like the governor of Akeredolu was shouting, which made me to feature that statement in one of the videos. That they arrested people, and before you know it, the police released them and gave them back their AK-47s. So what is this man trying to say here? We have a malfunctional institution coupled with the fact that they are headed with Fulani terrorists. So what do you expect? So in continuation, he said, I have just concluded a meeting with my fellow Fulani, and we have found out that some people will, Fulani, are tied to carry out various crimes. Story. And they also speak, if people with Fulani are tied and commit crime, they also speak Fufude, which is your language fluently. So he asked, how can a Fulani living in the forest kidnap and ask people to pay ransom ranging from 5 million to 10 million? So what are they using to run the terrorist group then, if it is not the money they are collecting from kidnapping? What will he be doing with that kind of money inside the forest? If you pay Herdsmen 20 million, 10 million, 5 million in the forest, where will he carry the money to? Imagine what a layman logic is trying to display here. So a terrorist group that is funding terrorist activities and organization that requires money to run, this man should ask, where are the Herdsmen? Where are the terrorists and the Boko Haram terrorists and the rest of them? Including Mayetala, the sponsor and presidency, getting the money they are using to buy numerous numbers of cars, the kind of weapon that has never been used by any Nigerian security operative. Where do you say, is he trying to tell us that money fell down from heaven? I think he's a bit silly by making such statement. So my point is that it is now obvious that there is tension in the country, because with the fact that the military escorted the people that were vacated out of the very location back to the community, coupled with this response from Mayetala, including the presidency, authoritatively saying that the whole governor of a state doesn't have the right. Can you imagine? Doesn't have the right to, determine the security situation on the best way to secure the lives and properties of his people. Then it's over with Nigeria as a country, just like we have been saying. On the other news, the same Fulani Herdsmen are at it again. The video you are about to watch is just the last attack which they carried out on travelers. To be frank with every one of us, Nigeria is the most insecure place for anyone to live in the world as it stands now. Because except those that have the money to fly through the air, I think every other person are just subject of an attack from these people. So watch this video. This is just what happened yesterday on Benin-Ore Expressway. They are everywhere. We just have to stand up and resist these people with everything in us, with everything we have. Share your opinion, share your thoughts, share the video, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more updates.
Say moto black wọ́n ti gbé wọnú wọ́dà inú gbó ni wọ́n jáde láti inú gbó ìwà ni sẹ́ wọ́n ti fẹ́ escape o. Fulani Herdsmen. See? Just now. Fulani Herdsmen. Yeah, this is Lagos Benin or Expressway. Just now, see them. Now inside this bush they enter. Inú gbó yẹn lọ́wọ́.
Ẹ sọ ṣẹ́rí àwọn ẹlẹ́dàá ti jà ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan ń jà fún wọn.
Daddy mú nẹ́ẹ̀bà.
Ṣáò ni ẹ.
Àwọn ni.
Ṣáò Fulani yẹn lọ.
Wọ́n ti mú màǹkan lọ. Wọ́n ti mú lọ, wọ́n ti mú wọnú. Mò ń wò wọ́n báyìí.
Daddy be that?
Yes. Yes, so that be.
Oh yeah, found that call. What do you move?
Come there, ban the motor.